What? An error occurred. Hi. Hello, 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 hello. We are so thankful. It says we're live, but it keeps saying a error occurred. So I don't know what's happened. But God, we thanking. We are so thankful today to be able to come to you today with Out with the Bang. And we have a phenomenal absolutely phenomenal speaker right now, one of my wonderful friends, and a woman that you will enjoy, Dr. Janice Fortman, who does Relationship Matters on TV. And it is absolutely a phenomenal program. You've got to start watching that because Dr. Jen has people on her program that are absolutely amazing. And you just don't want to miss her programs. And she'll tell you more about that as I move out of the way and allow her to come forth and just share in her wonderful way, in her loving way, in her beautiful voice, in her wonderful personality. I introduce to you my awesome friend, first presenter and Out with the Bang, Dr. Janice Fortman. God bless you, Hooker Fortman. There you go.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Pastor Tori, for that wonderful introduction. I guess I'm going to have to live up to it. But thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Out with a bang. Release. 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 Release those negative, toxic relationships you have in your life so that you can go out 2021 with a bang. Today, I'm going to give you some tools to help you to release those relationships. Now, my first tool is communication. When you're releasing a relationship, when you know you need to release a relationship from your life, you have to be clear. You have to be communicative. When you know that it's time to end a relationship, it's very important to do it calm, do it with clarity, with love, and communicate to that person, group, organization, your professional relationship that's not serving you, your personal relationship. Do it with communication. You have to know yourself why you are ending that relationship. So this means, what does this mean? It means that you need to be clear with yourself first. Why is this relationship no longer working? How do you want to interact, if you really still want to interact, going forward? Now, let's talk about communicating with yourself. What part did you play in ending that relationship? Now, it's hard to break up. It's hard to break up. Sometimes we think about a romantic relationship, but it's hard to break up any kind of relationship. So it's very important that you not only communicate with the person, organization, business, whatever. It's important for you not to only communicate with them about why you're ending that relationship, but also communicate with yourself. Give yourself self-talk. And when you do this in a healthy way, it will be better for everyone, for you and whatever relationship you are releasing. Forgiveness. Number 2, this is the second tool. Practice forgiveness. I know it's when we say forgiveness, it's not easy. You have to forgive them for whatever role or part they played, but you have to forgive yourself. Maybe the vision that you had for this relationship was the wrong vision. It was the vision that was not working for you. And most of us, when we start a relationship, whatever relationship it is, we don't think that this relationship is going to end. But we know that saying about people come into your life for reasons and for seasons. And sometimes we might feel guilty in that, you know, I should have done more to try and make this relationship work. But it's important to forgive the other person, the organization, the business, a professional relationship, and again, a personal relationship. Forgive them, but what's most important is to forgive yourself because you didn't know. And we sometimes we do. We'll feel guilty. I should have done this. Maybe if I had said that. That goes back to communicating. Now, the third tool is allow yourself to grieve. Now, some people might say or might think, well, why would I grieve the end of a relationship? Why would I do that? But this is a very important step in this process. And a lot of times we skip over this step, especially for those of you who actually were the ones that ended the relationship. There's no matter what relationship it is, there's going to be that sense of loss. Whatever it is, if you think about ending a relationship with a job, you had a relationship with that job. When you leave, it's going to be a sense of loss. Even if you're going into another position, you still, deep down, you're going to think about that it was a loss. And when it's a personal relationship and you're losing companionship or a person's presence in your life, you're also losing the memories that you've had and whatever opportunities you thought you might have had with that relationship in the future. But this is normal to feel this loss. But you must express it. You must allow yourself to grieve. Because if you don't, it can become trapped in here. And you know, it can when feelings are trapped inside and you don't let them out, it can affect your health. It can cause stress. It can make you feel unhappy. And it hinders your ability to move on. So you must give yourself permission to grieve. Feel those feelings. And you know, no matter what relationship you're grieving, it is not going to last forever. The fourth tool, after you have released that relationship, then give yourself time. Reconnect with yourself. Because no matter what relationship you have released, it's going to give you some free time. Free time, it could be free time as far as what you're doing actively. You know, maybe you've been active in that relationship. So, or it's just going to free some time up here. So take advantage of the opportunity to spend that time with yourself. In other words, reconnect with you. So in other words, who are you? You know, how are you feeling? What is it that you liked or did not like? What are your dreams for the future? And you know what? It's likely that the answers to all of these questions were affected by your relationship. So sit back and think about that. What are the answers now that you only have to answer to? You. You. Be honest with yourself. And as I said, get to know yourself again. Now, this takes time. You can't just do this like, okay, I've ended that relationship. I've ended that personal relationship. I've ended that professional relationship. Okay, I'm going to move on. No, take time to reconnect with you. It will make you much stronger. You'll be more grounded. And it will help you when you move into that next relationship. What is the fifth and the last tool? What lesson did you learn? Now, a lot of us will think there was no lesson to learn. But think about it. What lesson was there to learn? Did you jump into that relationship too soon? Did you end that relationship too soon? What lesson did you learn? Now, that's going to take time. You can't just do that right away, but you sit back, I like to say, in a quiet place. Why was I in that relationship? Why did I work in this particular environment? Why did I let this person stay in my life when it was toxic, when the relationship was toxic, when it was negative? Think about it. Sometimes you have personal friends and they're in your life. And sometimes and it's not a positive relationship. And you might sit back and think, why is this person in my life? Why am I allowing this person in my life? It's a lesson to learn in that. And a lot of times, most of the times, we have to sit back and really, really think. You really got to go deep with that. It can even be in a marriage. Now, I'm not going to espouse, breaking up a marriage. But why are you in it? Especially if you're not happy. Especially if it's not only serving you, but it's not serving the other person. So you have to be willing to be self-aware. You have to be willing to explore. And after a while, you will begin to see the value that this relationship and its eventual end have played in your life. So when the time is right, begin to ask yourself, what have you learned from this relationship? I like to look at the example of a man or a woman always choosing the same kind of romantic relationship, and it doesn't work out. And then you have to ask yourself, why am I choosing this same kind of person and it's not working out? On a professional level, why do I keep going into this kind of work environment when in the end it's not going to work out? Why? So you have to sit back and learn, what lesson is this? And it's not easy. It's not easy. I mean, I'm guilty. I'm guilty, So when the time is right, ask yourself, what did you learn? What did you learn about yourself? Have you grown? and evolved as a person. So simply recognize what you've learned, how you've grown, and how this might be helpful for you in the future. Then what do you do? Offer up gratitude for the relation that you let go. Because no matter what kind of relationship it was, clearly it gave you a lot. It gave you much. Why? Because either you've learned how to communicate better, you've learned how to grieve a relationship, you've learned a lesson, hopefully, hopefully, you have reconnected with yourself and you've allowed yourself to grieve the end of the relationship. It's not easy to release a relationship, especially if it's played a significant role in your life. But you can let it go, and that will best serve you, the other person, the other business, the other organization. And it makes way for the incredible future relationships have that are going to come into your life. So now, success, homework. Think of all the things that I have told you, the 5 tools. Remember, communicate, forgiveness, allow yourself to grieve, reconnect with yourself, and learn the lesson. Thank you. I
Wow.
hope this has been helpful to you.
Absolutely, Dr. Jan. It is helpful to me. So thank you so much. That was phenomenal. That was awesome. What a way to kick off out with a bang.
That's my bag.
You had a bang.
I should
Big,
have
big,
some
big.
fireworks around me. Push, push, push.
Fireworks, fireworks. I wish I knew how to do that. I would put fireworks behind you. But we're so thankful to have Dr. Jan today to talk to us, and please get in touch with her because she's somebody you want to talk to when it comes to relationships. And you see her information is there on the screen, so make sure you reach out to her at drjanicespeaks.com. Reach out to her, drjanicespeaks.com, and do me a favor, share this live because these lives that we're doing are going to be life changing. Why? Because we want to go out with a bang in 2021. We would That's what, do your fireworks again, Dr. Jen. I love Dr. Jen. I love Dr. Jen. Listen, Dr. Jen. Oh.
And let me remind people that Pastor Tori was on my show last night, and I'm going to do an encore presentation of Pastor Tori's wonderful, wonderful conversation with me and my audience on Thanksgiving evening, 7 p.m. So after dinner, and you relax, tune into Relationship Matters TV and hear the awesome Pastor Tori.
Oh, amen. It was a joy, an honor, really, to be with you, Dr. Jan. You just always make my heart go boom, 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 boom. You make my heart flutter. So thank you so much for who you are and for how you're blessing the body of Christ and how you're blessing God's people all around the world. Just everybody, anybody in and out of Christendom. You're just a blessing to the world. So thank you. And you're international. Yes. Yes, you are. So thank you so much, Dr. Jan. We're
Thank
thankful
you.
to have Dr. Jan here with us today. I'm not going to hold you any longer. I'm going to say bye, Dr. Jan.
Bye bye.
Mhm.
Thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you so much. So we are having Out with a Bang. This is our 4-day conference or event that's going to really be a blessing to your life. And we want to come to you in 6 different components. So your life cycle, to reset your life cycle, to help you literally to go out of 2021 with a bang. So know that our next session is a bonus section today, and it is Dr. Shad Helmstetter. If you have not heard of Dr. Shad Helmstetter, that will be at 12 p.m. And he will also be on our conference line. That number is 857-216-6700. The code is 856748. So just know that you can join us. Today, we're having our second session at 12 p.m. Central Standard Time, and we will also be live. Something happened with my lives here today. I was getting a lot of feedback, but I got some of them going, and that's what counts because we're going out with the bang. And we'll have Mr. Shad Helmstetter. He is actually considered the pioneer, really, of negative self talk and how to change it. That's the name of his book. But dealing with the psychological ramifications of negative self talk, he's been doing this since 1970, guys. So he's been pioneering, just leading this charge to help people to put their mindsets in a better headspace. So join us at 12 noon, and we'll have Dr. Shad Helmstetter. 857-216-6700. The code is 856748. I'm going to ask when you join, though, put your phones on mute because he will 9 out of 10 be calling in on that line as well. So we don't want any problems with feedback. Otherwise, I'll have to shift and do something else. Okay. So thank you all so much. God bless you. And you got roughly about 38 minutes, and we'll be right back at you with part two, Out with the Bang. God bless you. Until then, bye bye. Thank you for joining us.